Good morning. Happy Monday. Good to have you guys and see you guys back on the daily grind. I'm your host, Chump Change. This is live and recorded. For anybody that's new here, what I typically do is go over any type of news that we could find in the market that happened the day before, or whatever's relevant at the time. As of right now, as you guys know, it's a holiday. There's not too much news really out over this weekend, long weekend. A lot of people are away, so we're gonna just cover a couple altcoin daily videos. Gonna go over the price of Bitcoin, check out Cointelegraph, see what the news articles are all about. But first, let's see who's here in the chat, and then we will go from there. All right, let's see. Steven Cicero, my man, good to see you, buddy. We have Anthony Denizzo, we have Andrew Masad, Chris Hanley, Nick K, good morning. Carl Coate, good to see you, buddy. The Mining Junkie, what's up, buddy? He said he is, let's see, you're a crypto junkie from the Discord. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's weird, right? When you have two different names, it's always tough to relate to people, so thank you for clearing that up. Dumpster Fire, what's up, buddy? Chris Hanley, already said that, I believe. Jim C, what's up, man? Jason Mining, good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see who else is here. Blaine Anderson, Chris Harris, Nick K. All right. Crypto 440, my man. I was actually just talking to him, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Crypto Addict, good to see you. Everybody else I may have missed. 100 Air, Tim I Am Crypto, you guys are all awesome. All right, let's get into this market today, see what we're looking like over here. Bitcoin 43,225. Looks like it is in the deep red today, down 5.68%. But listen, if you guys don't remember that before this ETF happened, like literally a couple days before this ETF happened, this is the price we were at. So the last run up we had, this really isn't a sell the news event to me. I don't know, a lot of people are saying sell the news event, but it's really not, unless we see it down in the 30s, 35, like okay, then I understand it. But as of right now, I think we're fine. We have Ethereum 25.62. That is Ethereum's been holding very well actually over the last couple days. And if you guys can hear this ASIC in my microphone like I can, please let me know and I'll just shut it off because it's kind of annoying. Let's see, XRP, we have 57 cents over here. We have Solana looking like 93 bucks. Solana's having a decent pullback, actually 5% down on the day. I kind of want to see it get into the high 70s, and then I want to buy some, but I do have some money on the sidelines that I don't know, that price is kind of looking juicy, I'm not gonna lie. What do you guys think? Steven Cicero, you can't hear it? All right, good, because it sounds like static to me and it's driving me absolutely insane. We have, let's see, Dogecoin looks like it's at 8 cents. Everything's pretty much down a little bit. Litecoin severely undervalued, still at 72 bucks in my opinion. ETC's actually been holding up fairly decently, even though I can't hit a solo block to save my life. We're at $29.76. Can you guys believe that I hit 225% on a solo block, and then I bitched out and backed up because I'm like, I'm not wasting any more time on this. It's like over a week I haven't hit a block. Crazy, absolutely crazy. All right, let's get into crypto bubbles, see what let's check out I guess over here on the day. Pulse, looks like Pulse is up 27.4%. This is Pulse Chain, if anybody's into this. Looks like it's I don't even know how you say that. Thousands of a penny, hundreds of a penny, maybe. I think it's hundreds of a penny. 1/100th of a penny, is that what it is? I don't know, whatever, someone correct me in the chat. We have Hex up 14.6%, eHex up 5.1, Sui is up 8.6% on the day, $1.38. Kaspa is down 2.9% today at 11. It's 111 right now, 11 cents. Let's see, honestly, everything just looks whatever, normal. Everything looks really normal. This is just normal price action in the crypto markets. Is there anything you guys have had your eye on? Please let me know in the chat. All right, let's jump over to the Fear and Greed Index. This is one thing that I saw, which is actually pretty awesome. Looking at, it's in neutral right now, 52 neutral. That's actually really good. That's really good for just for the sentiment in the market. Like this thing kind of this, I don't know how they actually gauge this meter. I don't know if it goes off of trading. I honestly have no idea. I would assume it goes off of trading, not or price action just in general. But this thing, once it's over 75, you could really start like thinking about selling some stuff, right? But going down to 52 from where we were at like yesterday and last week, it's kind of impressive. So I really think we're going to see another jump up in the next day or so when the ETFs come back to life on the market relaunch. All right, let's see what you guys tagging me in. Game with Smokey Dan said, you have to talk louder, as hard, hold on, as hard to hear you over. All my fans go, oh, your fans. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Gotcha. Carl Coate said honey is on fire. You know what? Well, we'll get into that in a second. All right, top 10 coins by coin market cap over on CoinGecko. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, XRP, USDC, Lido Staked, Ether, Cardano, and Avalanche. Everything has stayed pretty much the same. Dogecoin still in 11th place. Avalanche is still above it by like 6 billion, I believe. Yeah, market cap. Not too bad. Shiba is in 19th. We have Litecoin in 20th. Bitcoin Cash in 23rd. Looking like ETC is actually in 24th. ETC's climbing the ranks lately. As you guys know, it had like a 50% move last week for absolutely no reason at all. I honestly do believe it's just because of the name Ethereum. If you guys haven't noticed, again, looking, oh Jesus, what the hell just happened? Why is everything gray? Why is everything gray? I think we just broke coin 360. All right, at least I didn't freeze. Looking at Ethereum, it's 2546, right? Coin 360 definitely just broke on us. Anyways, it's 2500, right? It's been holding up way better than Bitcoin. I think anticipation of the Ethereum ETF that there's been talks of. Now, Ethereum Classic, like I've stated many times before, not trying to call people dumb, but dumb money is going to come in. People that don't understand the difference between the two, they're going to not understand why Ethereum Classic is so much cheaper, and it's easier to buy a full coin at $27 versus $2,500. So a lot of money is just going to kind of flood into this one because, I mean, at the end of the day, it is the OG Ethereum, but you guys kind of get what I'm saying. The name at the beginning is going to dupe some people. And I mean, to be honest, when I first got in, it got me too. But I appreciate Ethereum Classic because it's actually been one of those coins that we can, you know, continuously mine. It's always been here. It's always had a pretty consistent, I guess, interest, right, in the overall space, at least in my opinion. All right, let's continue down. Let's see, 40 for Kaspa. I wanted to see where Kaspa was. Still ranked 40th. $2.4 billion market cap, 11 cents. I cannot wait to see these altcoins move up. Arbitrum's actually been doing really good in the last couple days, actually. ARB, $2.16, up 24.1% in 7 days. Let's see, it's up 1.5% on the day. Is anybody into this coin? Let me know. Let me know. Let's check out Honey as well. Honey's actually been on a tear. Oh man, I'm like almost regretting selling it last night. So yesterday on my VIP, I was talking to you guys, and I actually jumped out. I jumped out of Honey right around here, right in the top. It was in 26 cents. So it went down. I knew it. You know what? I almost bought back into with half of it at 23, but I didn't. So I'm still holding. I'm just waiting, seeing what's gonna happen. I have a feeling we're gonna see a small pullback, but if we don't, then I guess what? I'm just gonna drive in circles, I guess. That's it. But Honey's been doing very, very good things. You guys have seen over the last look at the last year. This thing's had like a complete, it was complete flatlined for like the longest time. And I just continue to hold my Honey, and so did a lot of you guys actually. If you don't know what the Hivemapper is, go check it out in the link in the description below. It's kind of like they're making Google map cars out of your vehicles personally, right? You have a little dash cam, rewards you in this token. The only thing that sucks is the wait is like forever right now, right? Like you order it now, you're not getting it till May. So it's kind of unfortunate, but I'm waiting on a unit that I ordered as well. So is what it is. But this thing ran up from 2 cents all the way to like 28. It says that's not right. These charts are so ass. This went up to 37 cents. So 30. Yeah, I think it's 37. Yeah. All time high, 37 cents. So it's down 30% on the month, but it's relatively been doing extremely well. And this is all, I think, in anticipation of the Coinbase listing. Now, you guys do have to think, right? Looking at this chart, is this going to be like a big ass flag? Maybe. If we don't break up higher here, then it could be just a flag, right? Forming a flag anyway, so we're going to have to see some sort of pullback at some point. So just be wary of that. This is my only thing I want to say about it. All right, let's see ETC POW, see how this is doing. You know, this coin is taking a real shit lately. It's at 40 cents. But I mean, hey, listen, I think I heard some news. I don't know if I want to say it. Maybe I do. I don't know. Let's talk about the mining stuff. All right. So I forget who told me about it actually. But I think they are going to be launching mining at some point with this ETC POW. So if they do that, then it will be some sort of interest, I think, back in this. So not financial advice. I was thinking about personally swapping some into this, some ETC into this, and just seeing where it goes. And just holding it, not buying any licenses, not buying any node stuff. It just makes sense, right, for me. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that in the chat. It's just a very speculative move, and I don't know how smart that would be. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I gotta go flip a coin and decide if I actually want to do that or not. All right, let's check out how's Chlor doing. Chlor AI, how's that doing? This is one of those coins I've been looking at the past week or so. I wanted to see when a good time to buy was. So about December 2nd, this thing had a nice run up. And now it's, you know, obviously, what was the all-time high? Let's see. All-time high was, it says 28 cents. It's now down about 60%, so 59%. Right now could be a good buy on Chlor. I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the chat. It'd be amazing. Let me see. Like it was yesterday's Andrew Masad. Let me see. If you guys have any questions, obviously just add me in the chat. Black Cat, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, you know what? Let's jump over to mine the ASIC and let's see what the top miners are of the day. We have the WinMiner K9, 10.3 terahash, $90 per day, 880 Kaspa. We're looking like an Ice River KS3, 8 terahashes, getting 68.46 a day. Oh man, these are going so far down. They just continue to go down, but again, relative to the price of Kaspa, so I get it. We have the Ice River KS3M making 48.94 per day, which is yeah, under 50 bucks. That's pretty rough, but at the same time, man, if these prices weren't so high for the units, it would be a totally different story. But yeah, I don't know. It's still pretty decent yield overall, right? The Jazzminer X16P. This thing is the machine that I was asking if you guys could hear in my microphone, because it's running on the floor next to me. If I had dropped a video on Sunday, if you guys didn't see, that was yesterday, 5.8 gigahashes. We have 1900 watts. Actually, this thing is pulling 1703 for me right now, and it is getting roughly around the 5.8 gigahash mark on the efficiency mode, and it's supposed to be projected to make $21.06 per day. That's at 10 cents kilowatt hour. Obviously my rate is up much higher than that. It's at 24.5, but regardless, let's just see, right? Even if I go to 24.5 cents, I'll just go to 25 cents. This X16P still makes $14.11 per day, which is relatively decent, right? Relatively decent. Oh, I was going to try to zoom in, but that's not a good idea. All right, so $14 a day. I mean, that's still better than anything I can really run, you know, at my house. So I like it. It's awesome. Right now, I just have it going to unMineable. Actually, I think I'm going to do a couple different tests on it, and I would like to know your guys' thoughts on it. I think I'm going to mine Octaspace for a day, see what the yield could be. I think I'm going to mine ETC for a day, see what the yield can be. Or I'll probably do ETC and ZIL at the same time. That's probably a good idea. And then I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to throw it on unMineable and stack a bunch of different random coins. So let me know what you guys want to see me do with this. As you guys know, this unit, or might not know, this unit is an 8 gigabyte model. So you guys can actually mine up until 2038 with it, but it's the price is what gets me. It's a little expensive. I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty expensive. It's like $9 grand just about, right? And then you gotta pay taxes and tariffs, which is another thing you guys don't know, right? That kind of hits you by surprise. So you guys gotta keep that all in mind. But yeah, I don't know. I wish the price was a bit lower, but the thing's a freaking beast, and it's really not as loud as a normal ASIC. So it's kind of I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword. Like, I like it, but at the same time, I don't want to give you guys bad advice and tell you to go buy something that's this expensive. But at the same time, like, we've seen the X16 Qs go for like, what were they going for in the bull run? I honestly think it was 10 grand or 9 grand, if I'm not mistaken. The X16 Q, and now it's 3 grand, right? So these units have huge potential to just double in price for, you know, because the price of the coin's up, and that's kind of where it's at, unfortunately. Let's see. All right, the KS2 looks like we're making $16.11 per day. Man, this thing's getting worse and worse. We have the KS1 Ice River 1 terahash making $8 a day. That's terrible. The X16Q, this is the one I was just talking about. Yeah, so it's about 3 grand as of right now. 1950 for mega hashes. The other one, it's about 3 of these units, and I mean, I guess equating, you know, times 3, it's pretty close to 9 grand. So it's right about on point. We're making $7.09 per day with that at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. All right, so let's see. Let's scroll down a little bit. I have my S19K Pro up over on unMineable, mining Bitcoin into Kaspa, just because I think the risk versus reward here, right, when it comes to later on thinking, or how much more I'm going to gain if I'm gaining more coins, the multiplier effect is going to hit harder on Kaspa versus on Bitcoin for this particular unit, right? Because $4 a day, it's kind of like, I'd rather take the risk. putting it into something else. That's just me personally, but is what it is. Again, that's after electric over there at Terra Hosting. We have if you guys are interested in Terra Hosting, go check out the link in the description below. I actually got to send out all my A2000s today, just reminded me. We have the X41U. I got this thing running as well on unMineable. $1.67 per day, 10 cents kilowatt hour. That's 520 mega hashes. We have the KS0 Pro 200 giga hashes at $1.66 per day. Man, that's rough. It's getting so bad. The Ice River KS0 100 giga hash original model is 79 cents a day. But we do have some fun things we're going to be doing with this KS0. So I'm going to send this over to my man Crypto 440, and he's going to try to solder on a 6-pin connector for me, and we're going to see if we can get this thing to work properly on a 6-pin, no more barrel jack. And if he can do that, I'm going to pay him to do the rest of them, because hell yeah. It'd be so much better. I hate these barrel jacks so much, but unfortunately I'm a plumber, not an electrical engineer, and I'm not gonna be soldering shit on that board until I see it done at least once, and properly done at that. So Crypto 440, if you guys don't know, he's in the chat. He's an awesome dude. Actually fixed my RX 580 that I'm gonna be sending down to Terra Hosting as well, because I broke it when I was cleaning it. Somehow something went wrong. I don't even know what he actually ended up doing to fix it, but he fixed it and it works. So I'm happy about that. I'll have my 12 card rig back up and running. All right, let's check out GPUs real quick, and then we'll get into the rest of this. So looking like a lithium still on the top of the charts. Hyper and a lithium over here for the RTX GPUs anyways, the 40 series. We're doing 7900 XTX, still a lithium and AIPG. We have 3090 Ti, a lithium and AIPG as well. And yeah, it really just looks like AIPG, a lithium, and Hypera dual mining. Oh, Carlson right here, actually, the 6950 and the 3080 12 gigabyte Hypera and Carlson. Interesting, very interesting. Yeah, everything else looks pretty much AIPG, lithium. Oh, CTXC. That is a tongue twister. Cortex. This is Cortex. Is anybody mining this? What is Cortex at? I've never been interested or seen this coin really. Right here. Well, I've seen it, but I've never invested in it. 38 cents right now. It's up 0.6%. 432 for ranking. Let's see. Game with Smokey Dan, so the hash rate's gonna go bonkers. Yeah, we'll see. Mr. Backwards Miner, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. CCXD coin, hell no. I'm staying far away from any type of crypto coin that I can, so we're not gonna be doing that. Oh man, I don't know. These people making new coins, this the SEC BS, you guys have balls of steel, because that shit makes me nervous. We got the 4060 best mining Nexa still on the charts here. Everything else is pretty much normal. Beam on the A2000. Beam on the A2000, really? Beam, what's Beam at? Let's look. What is Beam at? Oh, what is Beam at? Is this the right one? Is that right? I feel like this is right, but I also feel like it's wrong. Does anybody know? Is that the right thing? Is this it? Rank 76? Is that Beam? Somebody let me know. Let's see. What are you guys saying? I had to shut down the rigs 2 days ago as the grid was having issues to extreme cold weather. Yeah, you know what, Snarks? Smart man, because you guys need to be careful with like power surges and stuff. That's not the right one. It's not the right Beam. Damn it. All right, Beam. I didn't think so. The logo. Oh, it's right here. Moron. Stupid. The logo is literally right there under the first one. All right, 10 cents. Let's see, what's the market cap? Market cap of this is 15 million. 15 million. That's not too it's really not too much, actually. And in 24 hours, this thing's taking a poop. Interesting. What kind of wallets it got? Does anybody know? What kind of wallet does this thing have? Does anybody know? I don't see it's not on Trade Ogre, it's on MEXC. Hey, is MEXC actually, do you guys have to what's it called, KYC over here? MEXC, do you guys know? I'm not sure. I've never used it, but I've heard it was decent. A lot of people use it, so let me know. Let's see. You should stack Matic on unMineable. You know what, Matic is one of those coins that I had a while ago and I sold out of it. I kind of wish I didn't. Polygon, yeah, Polygon's good. It's man, I don't know. I feel like it has good things coming for it. And you know what? We're not going to watch that video today, but because it's kind of a shill from Mr. Austin over at Allcoin. No offense to them, but I think they got paid to talk about it. But the thing that was interesting in that video that I watched and listened to was the fact that Polygon actually went forward and asked the SEC how to make them in compliance, which was pretty neat. Pretty bold, right? Pretty bold move. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see. What's the market cap actually? Market cap $8 billion market cap. Where are they? Hold on, let's look at the 1 year chart actually. Let's see. You know, I'm just gonna max. Screw it. Let's see. So it came out in 2019. Looks like 2021 run up. Looks like it did pretty decent. $2.92. Man, you know what, Steven Cicero, you might be right. You might be right. Just kind of looking at this chart, it looks like it's got healthy growth, right? The low points have been higher than previous, right? Low point, low point, low point. So it's I don't know. I mean, nothing saying it can't go down, but I think maybe it has more upwards potential than it does downwards. Interesting. Yeah, I'll look into that actually. I'll look into that a bit. I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna do after this. Oh, you know what? That's what I want to see. I want to see what we're looking like. It's in 16th place. It's actually set it on that page as well, but 16th place. I mean, you guys can see it really doesn't take too much more to start climbing ranks. 100 million or not even 80 million to get above Toncoin, and then really just climbing the charts again. Dogecoin's at 11th at 11 billion. Polygon's at 8th. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Good morning, Mr. Not James. Let's see. I'm doing 1 coin a month on my X16Q. This month is Lithium. Next month is Matic. Nice. You know what? How's Lithium doing actually? I'm still mining that on my farm. I'm still mining that. You know what? This coin's been doing very well. I'm glad I was able to revive my old wallet because it was just blank when I opened it. I had to read down the new wallet and then get the seed phrase into it. Thank God I'm, you know, smart enough to write it down and make sure I have it in the little book of mine. But yeah, so we have the all-time high at 259. This was honestly like a week ago, not even, right? So 241, it's holding pretty strong right now, but do you guys think it's going to continue to go? Or do you think it's going to have a pullback? Let me know. I don't know. It's ranked 272 right now. My fear is everything can't go up forever. Like it just can't go up forever. It's going to have some sort of pullback. And right now it's like close to its, you know, peak, at least in my opinion. But at the same time, you know, I say that about Kaspa too. And Kaspa has been freaking, like, what other coins besides Lithium and Kaspa have you seen that have run up super high and relatively stayed near their all-time high? I mean, the Lithium hasn't been that long, but Kaspa, that shit ran up to like 15 cents, right? And that was back in November 15th, and it's still holding there. It is January 15th today. It's 2 months later. 2 months later, it ran up to its all-time high, and it's relatively close to it as of right now. It's down 4 cents from it, you know? It's kind of, that's really good. That is really good. I'm not gonna lie. It is. So that's why I believe in it. Lithium, again, I don't know. I guess time will tell. I mean, it's only been like a week, so we got to see. But let me know what you guys are doing. Is anybody selling or not? All right, let's get into some news stuff. Let's check over here. See what Cointelegraph says. Again, there's really no news in the actual news channels today, just because everybody's off for the holiday and it's been a weekend and yada yada. Oh, look at that, Mr. Geek of all trades. I don't remember which button it is.
It's a fucking goat.
I found it. Good morning, sir. Good morning. All right, let's see. BlackRock drops Boomer Bitcoin ETF ad as marketing blitz ramps up. Let's see. While other smart Bitcoin ETF issuers use pop culture references and flashy imagery, BlackRock has seemingly taken a more mature approach. What? Is that it? No, that's not it. That can't be it. BlackRock may have gone with a boring ad campaign for its spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund ETF, but it may just be the secret sauce for the wealthy boomer market, according to commentators. You know, that's actually kind of a neat strategy. On January 11th, investment giant BlackRock released its first video ad for its newly launched iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, the IBIT. The ad consists of almost a 2-minute video featuring a BlackRock executive outlining Bitcoin's value proposition and how investors can receive exposure to its new ETF. Jay Jacobs, BlackRock's United States head of thematics and alternative ETF, states in the ad that IBIT is easily accessible, conveniently removes operational burdens, and is issued under BlackRock's reputation and expertise in the ETF space. Commentators noticed an intentional lack of flair and crypto jargon compared to the other Bitcoin ETF ads. And you know what? That's kind of that really is kind of a interesting approach that BlackRock has. Let's see, is this it? I wonder if that's it. We'll play it, I guess. Amazing ads from BlackRock on IBIT, the BlackRock Bitcoin Spot ETF. Definitely a new market of the investors is reached through IBIT. Let's see. I want to see what this is. Should I click on? Yeah, let's click watch on X, I guess. Oh boy. All right, let's watch this because I haven't seen it. Let's blow it up. I'm gonna turn down the music. All right, let's see what this is about.
Digital asset adoption has
I'm gonna be so mad if this music freaking hits me.
significantly accelerated over the past decade, with profound implications for the future of finance. Bitcoin is the original cryptocurrency to gain global adoption and has continued to maintain its dominance despite thousands of others coming into existence.
Eat shit, Gary.
You might have noticed Bitcoin make its way into our everyday lives, from Bitcoin ATMs to various merchants accepting Bitcoin.
All right, I lied. I can't watch too much of this. This is fucking horrible. This is horrible.
Eat shit, Gary. You are a loser. You always lose.
All right, we're gonna get back into that article. I'm not gonna watch that because that is old AF. That is just stroking the old folks. I can't watch that. You guys want to watch it, just let me know. I can put a link in the chat. That's terrible. All right, this is how you market to rich boomers, folks. The calm disposition, if I could speak this morning, easy to understand. INV, what is that? I've never seen that word. Okay, whatever. Soft new age music suit with no tie. Everything about it says it's okay now. The adults are here. Observed Bloomberg ETF analysis. Eric Balchunas and Mark 14th. All right, let's whatever. Who cares? All right, BlackRock's going for the older folks. That's pretty much what they're getting at. They're not trying to be all flashy and appeal to, like, you know, all the new people that well, I mean, obviously they're trying to appeal to new people, but at the same time, they're not trying to use, like, you know, who was that? What company was that used the world's most interesting man to do their Bitcoin ETF thing, right? It's the amount of effort that they're putting in. It's obviously to grab the newer investors, and they want to take in the older, more, I guess, conservative money, right? So I guess, I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. All right, let's look. Bitcoin rent agent, landlord and tenant sign Bitcoin contract. This one caught my eye because I was like, wait, what? People are having contracts now with Bitcoin and rent? That's crazy. The monthly payment under the sealed contract will equal $100 in Bitcoin. What? That's it? I didn't read this yet. That's it? I mean, hey, listen, who knows? We're just gonna see, I guess. In Rosario, the third most populated city in Argentina, a local landlord and a tenant have sealed a rental agreement where the latter will pay monthly rent in Bitcoin, according to a report in the local newspaper. Pagnow, how do you say that? 12th from January 11th. The contract is the first of its kind in Argentina, made possible by recent law amendments by the new presidential administration. Monthly payment under the sealed contract will equal $100 in Bitcoin. The tenant will transfer the funds monthly through Fiwind, a local crypto platform. The report highlights that both counterparties to the contract are experienced crypto users. Yeah, man, that's a sick deal for whoever's renting, but at the same time, that's going to be very nice for the person that's getting $100 in Bitcoin every month. I mean, I don't know. So, like, obviously I don't know the difference in, like, rent and how much it actually costs to rent a house, right? I don't know if this guy's living in a box, but around here you'd be in cardboard. You wouldn't even have a tarp for a roof. You would just be, like, under the trees in a box. for $100. But hey, listen, this shit, most likely he's gonna see a 10x in his kid's lifetime. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. All right, let's move on here. Will Bitcoin keep dropping because the ETFs? Bitcoin has been taking a beating since the Securities and Exchange Commission approved the slate of ETFs. When will the carnage end? I'm look at this picture.
Eat shit, Gary.
Oh, that's the best though. That's actually the best. Yeah, this is total FUD in my opinion. Let's see. The Securities and Exchange Commission approved a spate of Bitcoin ETFs on January 10th, leading to speculation about how markets might react in the weeks ahead. Bitcoin surged to 49,000 in hours following the announcement before sinking just more than 43,000 as of January 12th. That they said that very weird. They said that really weird. Anyways, impulsive moves that perhaps few observers found surprising. So guys, listen. All right, we opened up and this shit was 43,000, almost to 45,000, and now it's at, it went up to 49, it's back down to 43. It's, in my opinion, it was a hype spike. It wasn't like a buy the news and whatever, a sell the news event. That's what I meant to say. It wasn't a sell the news event, at least in my opinion, right? It's just, I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys honestly think this is a sell the news event? I personally don't. I think it's just normal Bitcoin price action. I don't know what happened to Coin 360. We broke it. I really have no idea. Let's refresh this. Yep. Looks like their GUI went down. It's all messed up. But hey, listen, I don't know. If we go under 40,000, then yeah, I guess we got something to worry about. But all right, without further ado, Miss Randy Hipper, Miss Pocket Change, good morning. Good to see you guys. All right, so let's get into videos. Check out Mr. Altcoin Daily over here. Again, this was 2 days ago. BlackRock's next 5 altcoin ETFs. I want to see what he's got to say about this. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like button. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Let's do it.
Let me be clear. I think ETFs are step one in the technological revolution in the financial markets. Step two is going to be the tokenization of every financial asset. And to me, this is where we believe it's going. So we're looking at Bitcoin. We're looking at NOOBS.
Which of these coins, which of these cryptos are the next
He's such a goddamn tease. Stops it right at the good part.
crypto assets that will get an ETF?
You know what? Render is one of those coins you guys shouldn't sleep on either, or at least just keep an eye on it, because I think Render could do very well. Again, it's on the Solana network. Yeah, I don't know. It's got an actual use case, so just check it out.
Because it's coming.
In a blog post, you say that spot.
For that, for the record, I don't think that's going to be an ETF, but I think they might do like a top 10 in an Ethereum. There's going to be a couple ETFs that'll probably come out of this.
Ether, a spot Ether ETF can quickly follow. How soon do you think that happens? And then beyond that, is it Solana? Is it, you name the coin? I mean, how do you see this playing out?
But which coins do you think will be approved? I
want to know what coins you guys think. Put it in the chat. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be Solana? You guys think it's going to be, I don't know, Avalanche? Like, what do you guys think is going to happen with these ETFs?
No, ETFs will onboard a lot of new buyers into crypto, like the gold ETF did for gold back in 2004.
Dude, this is crazy. This chart's amazing. You imagine if Bitcoin followed this trajectory? It's literally from 2004 to where we're at now, 20 years later, right? It's just continuously exploded, right? Obviously, we've had pullbacks, but I mean, relatively, it's really close to its 2013, 2012-ish all-time high on gold. We're pretty close to right there.
Could something like this happen with Bitcoin? And which crypto is next?
This is a safer, cleaner way to own it. It transformed gold 20 years ago. You and I were around, Tyler, for the gold ETF in 2004. A lot of people used to own gold and gold bars and gold coins in their basement, and all of a sudden you didn't have to do that. There was a custodian to hold it for you, and that's what's going on with the Bitcoin ETF. There's now a custodian. Coinbase is the custodian for a lot of this, that holds it, and they're the ones that are responsible. If you don't forget your passport, you don't lose it, they hold it for you. So that's the key here.
The Bitcoin ETF.
That's also a double-edged sword. If you don't hold your own Bitcoin, you're Bitcoin's made to be decentralized. What this ETF does is makes it centralized. So it's kind of like it's a good and a bad thing, right? It's going to bring in new investors, but it also sucks for the centralization aspect of it, right? And then on top of that, if you have the ETF and this shit dips, man, the market's getting halted and you ain't selling nothing. You're holding it all the way down.
ETFs will be hugely significant for Bitcoin's price.
Our base case is in the $600,000 range. Our bull case, and we think the probability of the bull case has increased with this SEC approval. This is a green light.
We'll get into price predictions in this video.
What in the hell?
I think in the
you can tease.
next 12 months, something over 100,000, maybe 150,000. And
In the next 12 months, 100 to 150,000. What are you guys thinking? I think it's possible. I hope it happens.
in the next 5 years, again, it's...
But what I want to know is...
You know what? I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I want to know how many of you here are whole coiners, half coiners, or less. I'm gonna put a poll up right now.
Which crypto's next? Solana.
And I'm doing the poll because I don't want you guys to say it in the chat. Nobody should know how much Bitcoin you have, just saying. So the poll is totally anonymous.
Cardano. Chainlink.
All right, well, Charles Harris, we're coming for you.
I think they all could. There's really only one man standing in the way of our financial freedom.
Investors, I think, should be aware that the underlying asset is a highly speculative, volatile asset. And amongst its use cases is really for illicit activity, money laundering and sanctions and ransomware and the like.
Of course, we have heroes on our side as well, like the CEO of Coinbase.
This is a monumental step for the crypto industry and for Coinbase too. And the reason is that, look, there's 52 million Americans who have been using crypto over the past decade. And I think they've been hungry for some kind of acknowledgement from government and the SEC in particular that this asset class is here to stay. And they finally got that.
So crypto's biggest enemy, I think, will soon be defeated.
Which is it? Is it a Beanie Baby in your view? Or
if you guys didn't see this interview on CNBC, please stop what you're doing. I don't even care if you leave the stream. Go watch it because it's freaking fantastic. This guy rips Gary apart on national TV. It was perfect. I think we watched it. Was it Friday? I think it was Friday or Saturday morning we watched it. It was fantastic.
Is it something that has inherent value that's going to be part of the financial system decades from now? Which is it?
I mean, it helps that the most powerful man in the world is on our side.
I see value in having an Ethereum ETF.
Perfect. So which crypto coins will get an ETF next? Let's see what Larry Fink has to say. What does he think about the Bitcoin ETF being live? What does he think about what comes next?
How big a deal is that for BlackRock? And this was for you a big switch as well, because you were a naysayer for a very, very long time.
Yeah, probably.
He was a hater. He was a hater.
Which, for the first 3 years of thinking about it, I was a naysayer, and about 2 years ago I switched, and I'm actually, as I said in the last 2 years, I'm a big believer. I'm a believer.
Yeah, you know why? It's because he bought Bitcoin when it was like 3K. Don't let him lie to you guys, all right? He was definitely buying Bitcoin in the background. I don't give a shit what he says. Him and Jamie Dimon, you don't believe anything these people say on TV, all right? Just being real.
Because I do believe it is an alternative source for wealth holding. I don't believe...
What he meant to say is an alternative source for me to make a shit ton of money off of you dummies. That's what he meant to say.
It's ever going to be a currency. I believe it's an asset class.
You don't believe it ever becomes a currency?
No, I think we're going to create digital currencies. We're going to use the technology for it. We're going to use the blockchain.
In terms of price?
I believe, I believe it goes up if the world is more frightened, if people have fearful of geopolitical risk, they're fearful of their own risk. It's no different than what gold represented over thousands of years. It is a asset class that protects you. Right. And unlike gold, where we manufacture new gold,
you guys hear that? Asset class that protects you.
We're almost at the ceiling of the amount of Bitcoin that we created.
When you hear somebody like Cathie Wood,
yes,
who was on our broadcast yesterday, say that her base case is that this turns into a $600,000 a Bitcoin valuation. Base case.
Our base case.
He's like, excuse me while I hide my boner.
Is in the $600,000 range. Our bull case, and we think the probability of the bull case has increased with this SEC approval. This is a green light. Our bull case is $1.5 million by 2030.
1.5 million by 2030. You guys imagine? Could you imagine? What would you do? What would you do with that money if you're a whole coiner and you had that money? I mean, how much taxes would you pay for one? We'd probably get like half of that. You'd walk away with like 500,000. So, I mean, at that point, you guys probably be able to buy like, a nice ranch because everything's just going to inflate to all high heavens.
Million plus in a super optimistic.
But hey, it'd still be sick.
Case. Are you anywhere in her realm?
I haven't thought about it. To me, that
lion sack of shit. Haven't thought about it. Bullshit. You haven't thought about it.
What we are trying to do is offer an instrument that can store wealth. Let me be clear. I think ETFs are step one in the technological revolution in the financial markets. Step two is going to be the tokenization of every financial asset. And to me, this is where we believe it's going. So we're looking at...
See, right here, the tokenization thing that he's talking about, and he said it in this interview, is like, if we tokenize you, then we can trace everything that you do, basically, which will get rid of the criminal activity, right? Again, it's a good and a bad thing. That could be very bad, right? They could trace every single thing you do. But I mean, that's kind of what Bitcoin was meant to be. It was a digital ledger that's traceable, that shouldn't have any issues with the government, because at the end of the day, they can catch anybody that's using it. So, I don't know.
Bitcoin, we're looking at ETFs in the same manner. These are technological changes that can allow us to move forward. As I said, these are just stepping stones towards tokenization. And I really do believe this is where we're going to be going. We have the technology to tokenize today. If you want to talk about, think about this. If you had a tokenized security and you have a tokenized identity,
a tokenized identity.
Drew, the moment you buy or sell an instrument, it is known. It's on a general ledger that is all created together.
Then we can tax the shit out of you. That's what he wants to say.
I want to talk about issues around money.
If you guys didn't know, it's like 4 financial sectors, and BlackRock's the 5th.
Laundering and all that. This eliminates all corruption by having a tokenized system.
Jamie Dimon disagrees with you on that.
So Larry Fink...
Jamie Dimon can join Gary in the whole eat shit party.
Eat shit, Gary.
Wants that Ethereum ETF. He wants BlackRock to get that Ethereum ETF. He was a bit coy, kind of failed to name other specific coins. I actually think that could be good if he's planning an ETF for Solana.
Because he's gonna drive it off the hype. He's not stupid, dude. Larry Fink's a smart dude, right? And at the end of the day, he's into making money. Like, that's what it's about. It's not about anything else. He don't give a shit about none of this. He just wants to control and money. That's all he wants.
XRP or Chainlink or something. He'd have to be very careful. I think he's worried about this man.
Investors, I think, should be aware that the underlying asset is a highly speculative, volatile asset. And amongst its use cases is really for illicit activity, money laundering and sanctions and ransomware and the like.
I love seeing Gary Gensler lose. I love seeing Gary Gensler confronted with facts and logic.
I'm telling you, this guy was the best. He lit him up so hard.
Eat shit, Gary. You are a loser. You always lose.
Like here, watch the CNBC hosts make Gary Gensler squirm.
Let's take the continuum.
Oh, I'm so happy he's playing
the Rat
this.
Poison, Beanie Baby, Jamie Dimon, Charlie Munger versus we had yesterday on our Coinbase CEO. Did you hear him make the case
This is
for
great.
Bitcoin? I mean, it was beautiful.
Look at Gary's face. By the way, all the color just came out of it. He's pale white.
It was almost like a symphony to Bitcoin bulls.
I think this means that over time we'll see.
He's like, I hate you guys for allowing me on this show right now. Like, why did I come on CNBC this morning just to get fucking roasted?
New pools of capital come into Bitcoin.
Oh,
but
so
more
great.
importantly, we had a huge regulatory milestone that showed the legitimizing power of this industry.
Proof of work, akin to gold. Every monetary aspect we've had for thousands of years is represented perfectly. And Tom Lee, there's never been a mistake on the blockchain out of trillions of transactions.
I think in the next 12 months, something over 100,000, maybe 150,000. And, in the next 5 years, again, there's a finite supply, and now we have a potentially huge increase in demand with a spot Bitcoin approval. So I think in 5 years, something around 500,000 would be potentially achievable.
You understand it. You taught at MIT.
500,000. Listen, we get over 100K. I think this shit's gonna explode. But I mean, that's not to say we're not gonna see pullbacks, right? 500K, I think, is way more feasible than 1.5 like Kathy Wood's saying. But hey, who knows? You never know.
We already know in the U.S. and in many other jurisdictions that 3/4 of the market are not ICOs or not what would be called securities.
It's funny how back in the day when he was an MIT professor, he was saying everything wasn't securities. Now everything is, that he is the SEC chair.
Even in the U.S., Canada, and Taiwan, the 3 jurisdictions that follow something similar to the Howey test that we've talked about, 3/4 of the market is non-securities. It's just a commodity, a cash crypto.
Eat shit, Gary.
So you'll hear debates about initial coin offerings and what's a security and what's not a security. Relevant and important debate.
You are a loser.
But for
You always
3/4
lose.
of the market, it's not particularly relevant as a legal matter.
I can't believe Trump's in his classroom right now.
Which is it? Is it a Beanie Baby in your view, or is it something that has inherent value that's going to be part of the financial system decades from now?
I love how his handshake when he talks right here.
Look, no doubt there are innovations within this field, and those innovations, which I
to be fair, he might have a medical condition. I'm not sure, but it's just funny. Every time he lifts his hands, they're always like this, like every single time.
Thought about at MIT around a ledger system. It's just an accounting system called the blockchain technology. It's rife with conflicts. It's rife with fraud and abuse. Without prejudging any one token, many of these tokens, I would suggest a majority of these tokens are actually securities under the securities law.
So I totally understand why Larry Fink doesn't want to name the specific altcoins he's interested in for tokenization besides Ethereum, or the other altcoins that he's interested in for other ETFs. This is an enemy.
Well, it's a strategy. He doesn't. Well, for one, he doesn't want to get on this guy's bad side for whatever reason. But two, it's why would you want to let the other people know what you're going to be putting in your ETF? I guess. What is it called? Applications for, right?
You do not want to make, and Larry Fink knows that. Now, there is one person who doesn't mind the fight, who is fighting against Gary Gensler and the SEC. Brian Armstrong and Coinbase are in an intense legal battle right now. The SEC says that Coinbase is listing securities. Coinbase says we're not delisting and we're fighting back. So it makes sense to me why Brian Armstrong has more gusto about this and gets more specific than even Larry Fink. He has more specific predictions on the future of this industry. Now, personally,
to be honest, I think Brian Armstrong is very well spoken. He is a very educated man in the space. Again, he's the CEO of Coinbase. He is the custodian for 11 out of 13 ETFs. Think about that. 11 out of the 13 ETFs that were approved, if I'm not mistaken, he is custodian for. That is unreal. Or they are, Coinbase as a whole, as a company.
I'd say Ethereum, Chainlink, Polkadot, XRP, Solana. Personally, I think these are the most likely candidates for an ETF. Many of these have strong ties to regulators. Many of these have strong regulatory clarity. Guys, subscribe to the channel. The cryptocurrency market is just heating up. If this is the most likely scenario, Brian Armstrong has the guts to say this, and it's pretty rational. This is how I think the future plays out. Tell me if you agree. See you tomorrow.
In a blog post, you say that spot Ether, a spot Ether ETF, can quickly follow. How soon do you think that happens? And then beyond that, is it Solana? Is it you name the coin? I mean, how do you see this playing out?
Yeah, well, obviously that's not entirely in our hands, so I can't give you an exact date. But I do think that this will hopefully pave a way for other crypto assets to have their own ETFs. And then, frankly, we should have index funds for crypto assets too, just like the S&P 500. Hopefully maybe one day it'll be the Coinbase 500 or something like that. And you could even imagine different index funds that focus on, DeFi or staking or NFTs or different subsets of the crypto market. So this is a really important new area of the financial, markets, and I think that it'll have all kinds of, new products come to market after this.
What he meant to say was,
Eat shit, Gary.
Eat shit, Gary. All right, let's get into the next video. Guys, that like button, appreciate you all. 70 likes. We have 168 people here. I hate asking, but YouTube makes me, to be honest. All right, let's see. Raul Paul reacts to the crypto crash. Again, to be honest, I don't feel like this is a crash, just normal price action. I know it was quite a bit for, whatever. It was hype over the ETF at the end of the day, but guys, I mean, it's really not that bad of a pullback.
So you're going to see volatility. And I've always reminded you guys in the do not fuck it up mantra.
Oh, real quick, I actually want to kill this poll in the chat. let's see. How many of you people voted? 99 people voted. I appreciate you guys doing that. That's awesome. 58% of you said less than half of a coiner, right? We have no coiners at 15%, whole coiners at 13%. Congratulations to you guys. That's awesome. And then we have, let's see, half coiners are 13%. Perfect. That is awesome. You know what, guys? Pat on the back. If you have over, what is it, 0.0, like, is it 0.1%? You're like well up there on the list of people that could ever own that much. So good for you guys.
Part of that is expect 30, 35% pullbacks. Could be less, but just expect them.
The Bitcoin price has began to tumble down as much as 15% from the day the ETFs launched.
And that often happens when you get to this kind of 61.8% Fibonacci level in the first leg of the bull run. It often corrects sharply, people get washed out, leverage is cleared out, and then the real run starts. And the real run is the run to all-time highs and beyond.
And with the real bull run typically not starting until after the halving.
That
Which
usually
is only like 92 days away at this point, right? Or 93 or something.
starts around the halving.
In April.
The supply shock.
So I'm guessing there's maybe a month or two of chop. And chop in crypto markets is like down 30%. It's just sideways chop. So just be careful out there. I could be wrong, could keep sailing higher, but you know, it just feels like it's trading a bit heavy, and even if it does as a spurt higher, I don't think it makes much progress yet.
Now, how much farther will the BTC price fall, if any? And this is not a surprise for those of you who subscribe to Altcoin Daily and watched this video from a month ago. You were ready.
My thought.
Patrick Murphy says stop showing nice hash. Yeah, nice hash countdown is always a couple days off, but just know it's in April. Halving's in April.
Are that we probably will see a small sell-off on the BlackRock ETF approval.
This voice,
watch the whole video.
This voice just getting muffled. What the hell was that? You guys hear that? Is that just me? Yeah, so again, the countdown is always a little bit off with nice hash, but again, it depends on like the height of the blocks, how many miners are on. It's you know what I mean? It's at a certain block this thing happens, so it's just projected to be in April. And for those of you guys that don't know, I mean, most of you guys probably do, but that just means the Bitcoin reward when you get a block is cut in half from the 6.25 to like 3.125 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Video. Because Raoul Pal, global macro investor Raoul Pal, even though it was an hour live stream, in just 2 minutes, perfectly articulates why the Bitcoin ETF Mania listing was obviously always going to be a sell the news event.
Anybody who was an investor in Bitcoin in 2011-12 was like a Series A investor. 2013 cycle, maybe Series B. 2015, 16, Series C. The last cycle, Series D. We've just IPO'd it. And usually when IPOs happen in strong markets like this, it reminds me a lot of the late 90s. And I was trading a lot then. I was at Goldman as well then. And what you found is after the IPO, it would launch and it would be choppy as hell for a while. Sometimes it would sell off quite sharply. Facebook sold off really sharply as people took profits, repositioned. Now, don't forget, a lot of people have front run this ETF. So they're going to want to unwind.
By the way, these
Did you guys know too that I'm pretty sure BlackRock, man, I forget what video it was. I'm like framing my basement down here and I was listening to something yesterday. I don't know. I don't think it was this video. But BlackRock ended up selling up at the top and buying back in low. So they have more Bitcoin now, just so you guys know.
ETFs were incredibly successful.
Many of those are going to switch to ETH that I've talked about before.
Ethereum is stealing some of that market share as people prepare for what's next.
Facts.
They think, rightly so.
You know what? I probably should have found that article because people are taking money out of Bitcoin to put it into Ethereum for the potential ETF, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news over there.
That ETH is the most likely candidate for the next ETF. And if Bitcoin went up 100% because of this ETF, ETH will go up 300% because it's less liquid, put the same amount of money in.
Now we go into this much more in our most recent video. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink goes all in on crypto. But really, it's just been Grayscale who had the outflows, which was always expected.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You know what? That's funny. That's a neat chart right here. Grayscale. So for those of you that don't know, right, they converted their what is it called? I don't even know. GBTC, I think. They converted that over to their ETF, right? So it basically took $30 million and just shoved it right into the ETF. And people ended up gaining a bunch of money by that happening, but they also are going to have to pay a shit ton of taxes taking that out. I mean, regardless of the taxes or not, I'd still I would capitalize on that 1,000%. They were in way lower.
Grayscale, who had the outflows, which was always expected.
Which makes sense.
There's a lot of people unwinding the GBTC arbitrage, closing that position.
Why
because
wouldn't
they already had the assets.
Selling out, moving into a different ETF. There's a lot of shenanigans going on.
Right, and their percentage, even Carl Coates says, yeah, the 1.5% fee said hell no on GBTC. And yeah, that's another thing, right? Their fees were literally 6 times higher than some of these guys. Like they're at 0.25 and Grayscale decided to be at 1.5. That's insane. It's absurd. Why do you deserve 6 times more the fee just because you went to court? Like, I understand, like, yeah, you want to be noble, but like, don't ask for it like that. Like, you're gonna punish everybody because you guys went to court and fought for this? I don't know. Weird.
And you can see that with the net flows. You know, there was 4.5 billion or whatever of total flows. The net flows are much smaller, 700 million or so. It's still the biggest ever ETF launches in history as the series, but it's all to play for.
But what's next? And by the way, most other channels won't share this with you. But
here it is. Here it is. Yes, this was the video that I heard.
Will update on the BlackRock iShares holdings. Yesterday, I reported that BlackRock moved 50% of their ETF into cash. That was right before the pullback. Well, today they upped
50% in cash. How much is that in the market, to be honest? What did they put in? 2 billion or something? Or maybe they put in, I don't even know, to be honest. They had to buy a whole bunch of Bitcoin, but 50% is a decent amount.
And they did indeed, as I thought, buy the dip. And they are now back 100% in Bitcoin, meaning they sold when everybody was bullish, and then they bought when you were too scared to. How did they know? Well, we have a new set of whale traders in the game. The ETF fund managers can trade in and out of cash, any currency, Forex included. Now make sure you click subscribe.
Now you don't want to try to catch a falling knife when you see wick downs, right? But I mean, what do you like? That's what the big guys do. They sell at the top and they buy low. Like they just gain more over time.
This is such valuable content. And in this final 2-minute clip, Raul explains what's next and what to expect in the coming months.
This ETF, it's going to attract people because the markets have been strong. Last year, crypto, Bitcoin itself was 160%, right? That doesn't go unnoticed. Gary. Considering even the NASDAQ managed 50%. So it's like 3x the NASDAQ. But let's start with the RIAs, the investment advisors and the financial advisors. Those guys aren't on Twitter. They have no idea what any of this is going on. All the drama that played out and the false tweet and all of that total goat rodeo, they don't know any of this. The first they will hear about this is when they pick up Barron's on Saturday morning with a cup of coffee. And they'll go, oh, a Bitcoin ETF. And Barron's will probably have some cynicism in the article, let's assume. And they're like, well, that's interesting, but, I'm not sure it's for my clients. And they go about their business. And then they go and see Jack, their big client, on the golf course that weekend. And Jack says, hey, what do you think of the Bitcoin ETF? And
how many of you guys play golf? Let me know in the chat. It's such a waste of land. I don't understand it.
The RIA will repeat
I don't get it.
What he read in Barron's and what he saw on Fox News. He's based in, let's call it Cincinnati, Ohio. And Jack will ask him, and he'll feel a little bit silly. And then maybe next week, he starts reading a few more.
Not saying that shit ain't hard, right? But it's a giant waste of land. Like, there's just, I don't know.
Articles and a few more positive things come out. Then he starts thinking, maybe I should do something about this. And a couple of other clients ask him. And eventually, he goes and has his steak dinner with his other friend, Mark.
R.I.P. R.I.P. to this guy.
Mark, who runs the tire franchise in Cincinnati, and Mark's got tons of money and he's a bit racy and likes investments like this. And before you know it, he starts building an order book and getting his clients in. He can see they're interested. He's incentivized by the sales process and the commissions. And before you know it, he's mobilized. It's the same with all the RIAs. This takes time. They're not smiling, oh my God, there's a Bitcoin.
Yeah, Matthew Perry passed away, yep.
ETF out, let's all go. It doesn't work like that. It's a relationship business built over time. And this is, all across the United States. It's not New York City in a dealing room. It's a very different world out there.
Now, BlackRock continues to add to their position. BlackRock's IBIT holdings, now over 11,600 Bitcoin, but with other top altcoins separating themselves from the pack. Hedera Network approves 408 million of HBAR for ecosystem growth, or Polkadot, or Cardano, or Solana.
My view, and I've made this very clear, is Solana's my favorite horse in the race of the big ones.
I don't think he's wrong on Solana. I think Solana's going to do great, actually.
I think the first phase is always Bitcoin outperforming. Next is Ethereum. It's at this point in the cycle when the global liquidity turns higher. And when global liquidity turns higher and you've got a catalyst like the ETH ETF, it'll start picking steam. We saw that the last couple of days. It was like, wow, okay, ETH is really trying to outperform. I think it bottomed on the massive ETH wedge chart that I put on Twitter yesterday. And I think it will continue higher over time. And I think ETH massively outperforms Bitcoin for the rest of this cycle. So that's the kind of flow. It's Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, with Solana at the top of the pie.
And you know, like the multiplier effect comes into fruition here when you guys, like, if say like a big guy comes in and he's got enough money to buy one Bitcoin versus, you know, whatever it is, say just for example 10 Ethereum, right? I know it's more than that, but just in general, if he has the amount of money to purchase one Bitcoin and get that same amount in Ethereum, the multiplier effect comes in. When the thing jumps $100, you're getting $100 in every single one of them coins. You ain't getting just $100 like you would over on Bitcoin, because the price is so different. So it's one of those things. You guys got to like play the market how you think is going to perform the best for you and your portfolio.
Again, I could be wrong. You don't need to follow my advice and my weighting.
I'm going to keep following this market, subscribing to the smartest investors, and then sharing that with you.
So that's why it takes time. It's the same with any of the institutions who might be thinking about it. Some fund manager who thinks I can sneak it into my portfolio now and not tell my risk manager that I've got crypto. I'll just sneak it in as an equity and hope they don't find out. Same with hedge funds. So that's all to come.
Eat shit,
like
Gary.
always, see you tomorrow.
Shout out to Altcoin Daily. All right. Great, fantastic video. All right, let's Coin 360 is still botched up, apparently. Their GUI is not doing well right now. But again, yes, BTC does move more. Who said that? Charles Harris said BTC moves more, and you're right, it does. Absolutely does. I don't disagree with you at all. But that's really only good for, like, I mean, obviously it's good overall, but it's good mainly for like day traders and stuff, people that are actually going to capitalize on those moves, right? You're going to be buying and selling as it moves. Like, yeah, obviously Bitcoin's the winner there. It's going to go up and down way more than anything else, right? Over the grand scheme of things. But I'm just saying, if you're going to be a purchase and hodl investor, right, it's going to be, I don't know, like for me, like me and Max and I were having this conversation on Saturday Night Live, right? And Max kind of did like a pound of nails versus a pound of feathers, and I was tunnel visioned on the fact of, if you purchase, say you take $100, you put it into Litecoin, right? This was the argument. It was Litecoin versus Kaspa. Put $100 into Litecoin, all right, and you put $100 into Kaspa. The upside potential, in my opinion, on the multiplier effect here, right? You'd get like 1.3 or 1 point something with Litecoin, right? And if you put $100 into Kaspa, you'd get like whatever it is, 110, right? Is that right? I don't know. I could be no, that's way more. Hold on, let me see. Let's just do the math because my brain hurts right now. All right, so 0.11 times, right? What am I doing? It'd be $100. How do I equate that? Wow, my brain hurts. Somebody do this math with me. Somebody do this math for me. 11 cents, you get what? 10 per dollar, right? You get 1,000 coins, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. This is fucking, my brain hurts. It's too early for this shit. Anyways, the multiplier effect when it comes to putting $100 into a coin where you could get a shit ton of coins versus like one, you're going to get way more. Yeah, you divide it. That's right. 110. All right, whatever. You're going to be getting a shit ton more coins, right? And the minimum this thing moves, doesn't matter if it moves like, I don't know, say it moves 20 cents. Like, the amount of money you'd get versus Litecoin just makes more sense to me. It's a better risk, at least in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. 909. Thank you, Patrick Murphy. All right, so I was right. It's close to 1,000. All right, that's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know. It just makes more sense to do something like that. Like if you had like an X amount of dollars. But yeah, if they both go up 100% and you put $100 into each one of them, yeah, it's the same, right? That was the argument Max was saying, and I was totally not thinking about that, what he was getting at. But yeah, that aspect, it makes sense. But I think you have a better risk for reward on something like doing that, you know, versus buying one of these or 1.3 of these and getting, you know, almost 1,000 Kaspa. It just makes way more sense. Let's see. What's everyone CPU mining? Says the one who was. I'm not CPU mining anything. Nothing at all. Actually, I sold all my CPU mining rigs to Mr. Red Panda. I do have one left. Shout out to my man, Mr. Fully Electric. Actually sent me over a Xeon Dual E99 motherboard. It's got 2 CPUs in it. I just had to put coolers on them. I actually used it for my Unraid setup. I don't know. I might, if it's smart, maybe CPU mine just that one. But CPU mining, man, is just not for me. It's not for me. It's too I don't know. It's chasing pennies over dollars, to be honest. I just can't do it. It's not worth it. I mean, I know people have made a lot of money on Zephyr, but it's just, how's Zeph even doing, actually? Let's see. I know people are like FOMOing into it again, but it's yeah, it's just not for me. Zeph, let's see, 1752. Nice. Look at this. Let's see. No, it's not even about being a snob, Mr. Crypto KJ. It's like, listen, I did this with Raptorium. FOMO'd in, and then it just completely went to shit. Like, it's gonna last for what, half a year, and then it's gonna just die. A CPU mine on unMineable, yeah, but you can, but it's not worth it. Steven Cicero, I've been there, bro. I've made the videos. It's not worth it. It's really not. Unless they have the Zeph protocol, whatever this is. What is the miner here? What do they use to mine? What is it? How do you what's the algorithm this mines on? Does anybody know? Zeph? Does anybody know? If they have it, then yeah, I mean, oh, actually, no, it's random X. Okay, yeah, so they do have it then. Let me see. Yeah, Mineable has it, right? Oh shit, that's Reddit. What the hell? What in the hell? All right. Gosh, why do they put dark mode on the other page? I don't understand it. Anyways, yeah, so I mean, you can do it here, and yeah, that would be a good deal to mine, you know, whatever, to unMineable and just get paid out on something else. Like, it's a good move for sure, but for me, it's just not worth it. My electric rate's too high, and it's like those CPUs, I mean, yeah, they're low wattage at the end of the day, but it's like cost to run it for a reward on my end. I'd have to sell everything to cover the electric. It makes no sense, you know what I mean? So whatever. Don't fall on us from that pedestal, says Crypto KJ. No, man, Raptorium really ruined it for me, to be honest. I'm just being real. It was too much. It was too much. I can't do it. And trade like snipes to smash some likes. All right, what else you guys want to look at? Oh, man, this site. Let's see what else. Let's look at Honey one more time. See how that's holding up. I want this coin to. Oh shit. You know what, Steven Cicero? You're the worst friend ever.
Eat shit, Gary.
That's what I'm saying to you right now, Steven Cicero. I knew I should have only sold half. You bastard. I knew it. Well, you know what? If this goes up, I'll just have to go drive around in circles, I guess. Let's see. Have to remember, BTC was CPU mining at the time. Yes, the one who was. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. It's very true. Varus coin's actually another good one. How is Varus doing, actually? Varus coin, you can mine on your cell phones. Oh, it's $1.21. Nice. I haven't looked at this coin in like a while. Let's see, 3 months, actually. 3 months. This thing went from 40 cents or so up to geez, what was the all-time high? The hell? Oh, that's 2 years ago. $3.52. Jeez. Oh man, this thing went up to like, let's see. Oh, I mean, do that. What are we at? Man, these charts are so ass. Almost $2. Was it $2? I don't know. It must have went over $2. If this thing's saying $2, it went up over $2. But hovering around $1.20 or so, $1.25. That's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Not gonna lie. Let's see. It'll drop again. Patience, grasshopper. No, I know. I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. I took profits. It was nice. You know, I swapped actually. So from Honey, I ended up the other day. Honey, I had, what was it? 5 Solana. I think I took 5. No, I took 4 Solana. 4 Solana, and I put it into Honey when the spread was Solana was at 100 and I think it was 103, and Hivemapper was at 18 cents. So I swapped it in, and I think I made like $400 or something on the jump, and then I just jumped out into USDC. And what I'll do is when this pulls back again, I'll probably throw it back into this because I'm still anticipating the Coinbase listing to be pretty decent, right? But I do think, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? This could be building a flag. You know, who knows? No idea. That's a big ass flag, but whatever. Actually, no. That actually might be a breakout. Look at this. So if you drew a line from the tops I guess I don't know. This thing's all over the place. This chart sucks, man. I have Market Cipher on my Trading View, but I'm just not logged in Trading View on this computer. So unfortunate. Guys, that like button. We get 100 likes, please. Do I have to have tits to get 100 likes? This is ridiculous.
Eat shit, Gary.
For real. Goddamn. I'd have like DJ and show my butthole. Where is DJ, by the way? Is he working? Let's see. Chris just said it would help. For real. Hun, get down here, please. Come downstairs. I need 100 likes, please. We need 10 more. Come down here. Show some skin. These nerds love it. Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy being a guy on YouTube, I tell you what. All right. Anyways, what else we got? Any other questions in the chat you guys want to talk about, or anything you want to talk about before we jump out of here? What are you guys' plans today, actually? You know what? I might go live again at some point this afternoon. I was thinking I have to set up a camera somehow in here to reshroud my GPUs. I have... How many do I got? So I have 3 cards that are actually my wife's that have been just off, right? Because I had all my rigs off down at Terra Hosting until last month, so I never sent her GPUs down there in case we wanted to do something else with them, build a computer or sell them. But I have 2 3070s that are hers, the LHRs. They're what are they? The KOs. Is that what they're called? They got like the tiger on the box. I'm pretty sure it's a KO, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Asus? No, it's not Asus. God damn, I can't even remember the brand. What brand is it? I think it's KO. Yeah, all right. It's got the Asus. It is Asus. All right. And then we got the MSI Trio, Gaming Trio 3070. So I got those 3 cards. I got a reshroud. Then I got my X8 Ultra rig that has 8 cards in it. I got 3 5700 Sapphire Nitros. That are just simple. If you guys haven't seen those fans, I don't have them here, but they're like they're the easiest fans you've ever seen in your life and easiest to remove. They got like 3 prongs on the bottom. They slide into this little like where the fan connector is, and then you just push it down, 1 screw holds it in. It's like the best design I've ever seen for fan replacement ever. So the 5700s are gonna be super easy. Just throw those fans back in. The For the Win 3s though, those are gonna suck to reshroud. I got to do those. And then I got a 3070 Ti amp hollow black that I need to reshroud as well. So that's gonna be kind of shitty. But I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how that goes. Good morning, 20 GPU rig. No, 0 chance. 0 chance. It's all gonna be, everything is in octominers. I'm done with open air frames unless I need heat. What time? I'm not sure. Charles Harris. You know what? I actually have plans to go to I got to take my kids to a new gym, and hopefully they enjoy it. So I'm gonna go there with the wife, and we're gonna see how the kids like it. It's like a, I don't know, class thing for the kids, just to kind of get them like active and stuff. And then yeah, I don't know, we got to do that. And then once we do that, I'll come and post it. But hopefully, I'd say, if I had to guess, probably late afternoon, maybe, if that makes sense. Late afternoon or so. Let's see. All right. Anything else in the chat before we get out of here? Miss Randy Hipper, I think, is going live. Let me see. Let's redirect to her, aka Miss Teen Crypto. If you guys don't know, yes, she is. Bitcoin tumbles after ETF approval. What's next? I would love to know. Please tell me, Miss Randy. Thank you for your service. And thank you guys for the 100 likes. You're all fantastic. I appreciate you all. All right, we're going to get out of here. I'll see you guys later today. I'm going to try to set up for a live stream. I'm going to get like a camera mounted overhead and at the desk and get this shit cleaned up because it's a damn mess. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for all the likes. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and later this afternoon. Until then, peace out. Have a good day.
Eat shit, Gary. You are a loser. You always lose.
This hash rate's going bonkers.
Perfect.